Hello everyone and welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I'm
Hello.
joined by Matt. There you go. Here he is.
Hi
So,
everyone. How's everyone doing? Can we all be heard?
can we be heard?
Or am I being really quiet as usual?
Here's a
So we've got a
question.
fun loco today.
Yeah.
And I just found out that Jamie hasn't actually tried driving it yet.
No.
So well, he tried driving it. So a good opportunity, because I know a number of people have said, "Well, how do you drive the Class 86?"
Yeah.
Man, I wish we'd chosen my scenario that had a bit of a better frame rate, but never mind. Or no, this is probably just Teams showing me the rubbish frame rate, isn't it?
Probably is. Yeah.
It's probably just Teams is really bad with this now. Right. Never mind.
That's
Right, okay, so the 86 is a really interesting loco to drive, because rather than having a standard linear 0 to 100% throttle, it's got taps, so it's got notches. So if you zoom in on the throttle there, you can see that you've got a number of things in there, like hold, run up, notch up, notch down, that kind of thing. So if you move the, so we're in forwards, so if you move it into hold, and then if you look up to the 4 gauges just above you, on the right hand side, vertical gauges.
Those ones.
Yep. So what you've got there is you've got the ammeters, which are the coloured gauges.
Yeah.
And the key thing there is you need to keep the needle no higher than the yellow.
Right.
Not going to the red. I mean, this is for best practice. I'm not sure if it makes that much difference in the game, but the idea is don't go into red.
Yeah.
Same as any diesel. And on the right hand side, those 2 gauges are your current tap. So that's where you're currently at in your throttle settings. And what you're doing by driving this loco is you're saying notch up, notch up, notch up, and you'll move that little needle up 1 every time you do that.
Yeah.
So let's just apply. Have you got green signal?
Yep. I'm fine.
You're good to go, eh? In which case, let's just keep an eye on the. That's it. Good. That's it. And now just give it 1 tap. That's it. You see that white?
Okay.
Just give it a gentle nudge, and we'll get going. There you go. So you can see the ammeters stable around the green. You can see we're actually rolling now. Now, if you decide we're going fast enough, then just do it into run down.
Okay.
Just drop it into run down, which is the and then what you need to do is you need to wait for that white needle to go all the way down again.
Which white needle is it?
On the right hand side.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in 3%. Hold it and put it into 0.
There you go.
Right, so you just got to wait. The ammeter's down at 0. That's it. So now your current's not going anywhere. So just if you now put it back in. I always go into hold and then do the tap ups, just rather than trying to go straight to it. I go into hold and then tap, and because you just do that by just tapping the A key. Yeah. And then just as you tap up, just keep an eye on the ammeter, and you can see what you're doing there. It's really fun loco to drive this one.
Yeah, it's so different. I've never tried it before. It's brilliant. Can everybody hear it okay? Everybody hear it okay?
So we are on West Coast Main Line over Shap?
I think we are, yeah. Coming into Preston, so.
Can you report a presumably coupling problem in Class 66? You can, but you probably want to do that on the forums rather than on here, because I'll probably miss it on here. What train is this, ladies and gentlemen? Class 86. 3 windows tells you it's a Class 86. 2 windows is a Class 87. There's other reasons, but other things, but the most obvious is the number of windows at the front. The other obvious one, obviously, is the number on the side.
Yeah.
Do I have one of those A things from Amazon, Jake? You're not getting me with that. I do have an Echo, yes.
Coming into Preston. Hey, look, it's your favourite thing in the world. Oh, hang on, wrong side. Look, paces everywhere. Paces.
Pacer hype. Every route should have a pacer in it, even ones that don't have pacers in reality. And if it's a fictional pacer, it might as well be pink.
Yep.
Did I get the Xbox issues from yesterday sorted? So I had a chat with Jordan, who tends to look after the Xbox accounts, and he concurs that it was possibly someone else in our network, like QA team, possibly using the same account. So he's given me my own dedicated one rather than me using one of the pool, which I've now logged in with it as. So I remain hopeful that it will not happen again.
There we go. Stopped at Preston. Lovely station, this.
The other thing, by the way, to be aware of is that when you put it into, if you look in the notches, you've got run down and I think off.
Yeah.
So you're in off at the moment, and you've got run down is the next one up.
Yeah.
If you put it into off, you can't reapply power until it has actually notched down automatically. It'll sit there going tappa 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 and tapping all the way back down. So if you're at say notch 50 and you put it into off, the power comes off instantly, but it will now start bringing the notches down. And if you try and reapply power, nothing will happen until it's gone down all the way to 0. So just bear that in mind. Whereas if you do run down and you suddenly realise actually I've got to reapply power, you can still reapply power. Obviously putting it into off, it cuts the power immediate. But you're just going to have to wait. Sorry to say it was kind of funny to watch. Oh, it's so frustrating.
I was watching that and I must admit, you were just like, oh, jink, oh, jink.
Coming into the station and it pops up. And I'm like, no, no.
Not now.
Just keep an eye on your ammeter as you pass your ramp up.
Yeah.
Someone did say earlier on, yes, what it does do is it cuts out the notches, so effectively you have to then power off and repower on again if you do overload it. Right. So there is penalty. Speed.
It's alright, I'm still under 25.
You just apply power with your brake, with your power on. Brakes with your power. Naughty.
No, I had no, look, it's on 0, look.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll reduce my level of judgment. Just down to general white.
We've just got it in hold, that's all.
This is a fantastic route. It's so much fun. This has got neutral sections implemented as well, which, whereas with modern trains, neutral sections are kind of handled all automatically. In this route, there on older trains like the 86. Now, I don't know if it's implemented on the 86, but this route comes with the 87, and on the 87, it doesn't. It's done like the real thing, in that you have to deal with neutral sections yourself, which means that effectively, when you come across the sign that tells you that there's a neutral section coming up, you need to run down the power, and then you need to wait until you get past the neutral section, and then you can run the power back up again. And if you get it wrong, what happens is that you go through it and you hear this bang and the power disappears. And then you have to wait for it all the notches to come back down again. So
that's the sort of thing I'd probably do, to be honest.
Oh, I do it all the time. You miss your attention for even a moment. You miss that warning that it's coming up, and the next thing you know, you hear bang. It's like, oh, what? Lancaster is next.
Yeah.
86s were what used to be up and down my local when I was living in Suffolk on the Great Eastern.
Yeah, I remember them.
86s with the DBSO.
Yeah.
Now that's electrical traction.
I can just remember them.
Codes.
Yeah. Just before the 90s came in.
The train looks weird without a DBSO on the back.
It does!
That's all I'm used to seeing. Now 86 on the front, DBSO on the back.
Yeah.
I don't know what a DBSO is, folks. Driving brake standard open. It's basically like a cab car.
Yeah.
It meant that they could go one way and then, but then they wouldn't have to change locos or anything to go back the other way again. Revolutionary stuff. Remember rightly, the DBSOs all came from Scotland.
Oh, did they?
Like Scotland. As I think they originally did them with the 47s.
Oh right, blimey, as early as that.
I'm sure it was with the 47s I saw the DBSOs, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they came from Scotland.
A diamond.
To be honest, up until recently, when we got the new ones, the Greater Anglia New Flirts, which are amazing.
Yeah.
Every time the Gemmel has got new trains, it's been somebody else's cast-offs.
It has. Do you know? Funnily enough, I've always said that. The last time we actually didn't have cast-offs was, I think, when we had the first diesels. The very, very first diesels that entered. So, you know, like the, what was it, the 40s? I think came here first, didn't they?
I don't know. But I know that the electrics came from the West Coast Main Line.
Yeah.
The Mark IIs and the Mark IIIs came from other railways, because for a while there, you know, in the early days of changeover, we had Virgin trains, coaches running up and down this line.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't been repainted yet by Anglia.
Yeah.
Not this line, but Gemmel.
Yeah.
We're the wrong part of the country. We are West Coast Main Line here.
Yeah.
Nice livery though, Intercity. Will you ever add Class 390? In TS1 there is. It's part of the West Coast Main Line South add-on. In TSW there isn't, and it's not on the roadmap. '47 DBSO Ray replaced the 27's top and tail on the end of the Glasgow line. Yeah, then I think they came down into the Anglia region after that, Andy. Before the 47s got replaced with the 86s, and then ultimately the Mark IIs got replaced with the Mark IIIs, and then we got the 90s and the DVTs.
Yeah.
This is so West Coast Mainline Shap is a BR, so it's 1980s. It comes with BR Blue rolling stock on it, but obviously you can run anything you like, as the author of this scenario has done. But it is a BR Blue era add-on. '86s or '87s went to some East European country. Yeah, I do remember seeing them with like bars over the windows and things. I think didn't Floyd or someone have them?
I'm not sure who. I can remember they did
One
go.
of the leasing companies. I'm sure I saw one of the leasing companies had some of them. Why does the train look like a Class 47? It doesn't look like a Class 47, ladies and gentlemen. How do you think it looks like a 47? I'm interested to know. It's got the wrong number of windows and it's the wrong shape and it's shorter. And it's not got enough, it's got a lot less axles. Well, 2 less axles. How much electricity does this locomotive use? I'm sure Jamie's got that prepared. You've got some factoids for us?
Not yet. No, that is what I'll put it in now. I'll get it ready. Give me a minute.
Let's get some factoids.
I'll get some factoids.
Getting your learn on with Jamie is the next session.
Yeah. So right, we got some time. Oh, we've got plenty. We got plenty. So, basically, they were built between 1965 and 1966. There were 100 produced altogether. So you wanted to know the electricity, didn't you? 20 volts kV AC catenary they were under. Or 25. Yeah. Yeah.
25 kVAC, yes, so there you go.
Yeah.
Standard overhead.
Yeah. They had a maximum speed between 100 and 110 miles an hour. HST. They are 3 preserved currently, 17 still in service in the UK, 15 exported, 2 stored, 1 scrapped in Bulgaria, and remainder scrapped in the UK. So there we go. A bit of factoids for you.
Do you guys have a least favourite train? I don't really have least favourites of anything. Atomic World. Even the ugly weird ones like Q1 steam engines and Pacers and J50 tank engines, all that sort of thing. Sort of the underloved, underappreciated things. I think they look awesome. I think they're great. You know,
I love
like
J50 tanks. They're brilliant.
Yeah, I've always had a big a liking for the J50. And what else? The leader. You know, got to chuck in the leader into every conversation we possibly can, as being, you know, it was an interesting experiment. You know, I say that having never been a fireman on one, therefore able to say such a thing, because I don't think any fireman can bring themselves to say anything positive about the leader.
Probably not.
The parry people with.
Yeah.
Q1 is lovely. The thing is, I disagree that it's ugly. I think it's lovely. They've got one at the National Railway Museum, and it always makes me smile when I see it.
Jake has asked me, do you prefer British Rail era or post-privatisation in Britain? So I prefer sort of pre-BR, so steam era. So sort of the smaller companies and the big four, I prefer. That's probably more me, really. What about you, Matt?
I don't know. You know me, I don't have a preference.
No.
There's something great about all of it, you know. It's I like the variety that the big four had.
Yeah.
I'm not as familiar with pre-grouping.
Yeah.
I like the uniformity you started to get with some of the BR stuff.
Yeah.
And then as you move into diesels again, I like you know, it's just this. I find something to enjoy throughout history, if you like.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots to enjoy about throughout history. I don't have any particular leanings, and the same is for each country as well. And you know, particular countries' railways, I'm always looking into different railways in different countries and watching videos, and there's just some amazing stuff out there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I'm just having a look at chat. I haven't actually heard about how Sam is doing. I think he was just under the weather yesterday, so I'm assuming he's all right. In fact, no, I saw him posting on Teams earlier on, so that would tend to suggest he's fine. Or at least...
Oh, 158.
5.8, sprinter. Would Dovetail Workshop Wednesday return to new developer routes as it used to be? Well, what can we say about that, Jamie?
Well, we'll make a note of it.
What are we doing after this?
Oh, actually, no, that isn't a developer route. Actually, unfortunately, I couldn't get no, but we will. I will bring that one up. It's one I need to finish off installing because there was quite a bit of things that needed to be installed for. So that's the next thing.
We do try and bring the routes in, Nigel, but there aren't always scenarios for them, and that makes it a bit more challenging. So if there's a route you want to see, upload a scenario for it if there isn't, or point us at it.
Yeah.
Because I like to show the route as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with scenarios, and we need to mix it up a bit more. Because at one point we were doing nothing but routes.
Yeah.
But now we've gone the other way and we're doing nothing but scenarios. But it's not always as straightforward to show a route. But I do definitely want to think we should be doing more routes. Totally agree.
Yeah, agree with you there. Yeah, if you, we have got a thing in the forums for you to post suggestions. So if there's any routes you would like to see that that are on Workshop, please just put them in the forums, and we will go through them.
It's a nice roar that you get from, I think that's their nicknames, isn't it? Roarers or something like that. Am I right? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. Actually, they should have their nicknames on there, shouldn't they?
It's either cans or roarers or something like that. I can't remember.
No, it doesn't actually. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention, they were AL6s, weren't they? Before they were rebuilt.
AL6s, right, yeah, and then you had always the AL5s, what were known as 85s and so forth.
Yeah. So we've got a 75 limit coming up. On the gradient as well.
Nice.
Before we come into Lancaster.
There you go. Someone asked if Workshop Wednesday could be in a workshop.
I've just seen. That's good. I like that.
See, we aim to please here.
Yeah, we do.
81s to 85 were roarers. There you go.
There we go. Lovely.
Yeah, the routes, one of the reasons I like to show the routes is they can be a little bit more difficult to find, Nigel. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons we like to showcase the routes as well. But still, there's some really interesting scenarios out there as well.
Oh, they're 86, wait. I just realised we've got 40 limit doing that. Coming up and I'm doing 55.
The biggest UK steam locomotive, what was that, Garrett or something?
I'd imagine it is one of the Garretts, yeah.
Because they were pretty enormous.
Yeah. Garretts, yeah. Nice and steady. Oh, another pacer, look at that, look.
Oh!
Double
Two
pacer.
more! Double pacer. No, I don't think the 9Fs are the biggest ones, Manuel. Garretts are huge, because they're obviously effectively two locos bolted together. LMS ran them, if I remember rightly.
I think the LNER had one as well, didn't they? It was mainly for I think the Garretts were built for the embankments, weren't they? Can't remember. Was it one was built for Woodhead, I think? Trying to remember.
The biggest were the Terriers. They were small, but they had a big bark. Nice.
Didn't. Off to the Lake District.
How will Workshop Wednesday work when normality is resumed at the office? No idea.
No idea.
No idea. I don't imagine it being that much different, to be fair. It'll probably just have two people on the same camera, but... well, be different cameras. I imagine that even when we go back in the office, we're probably not going to be... we're going to be observing social distancing for a long time to come, so... And to be fair, when this all started happening, we were already in the process of setting up a multi-camera system so that we could, not be in each other's pockets while streaming.
Yeah.
Just psychologically, the idea of sitting that close to somebody it's just off-putting now, isn't it? I mean, you know, with
Yeah.
all of the awareness everybody is with social distancing now, the idea of being within 2 meters of distance for someone is just like, is that really right? Should we really be doing that?
Yeah. I think it's gonna take a long while for our brains to just go, is this correct now? Can we do this? Is this fun? And the brain's like,
You're not going to stream that late at night from the office, are you? So when we get back to the office, the streams might have different times. When we were in the office, the streams used to be sort of 5, 6 o'clock. But when we're at home, 5 or 6 o'clock tends to get in the way of dinner. So I think that's one of the reasons that streams tend to be later while we're working remotely. So
yeah.
times may change, times may not. Who knows? So.
If we could have a crystal ball and look into the future, we'd tell you. We can't.
Lots of offices like your wives have gone for good. They have what are called hoteling space left if they need to do any copying or a conference. Everyone's working at home now. Yeah, my sister's company did the same thing. They sold up their offices and got rid of them because they realised they were working perfectly well from home and they didn't need to have the office back. So why have it sitting there paying for it? So is it meant to look like that? Yes, it is. CG. Someone said, "Can we do the workshop streams from a workshop?" So I changed my background to look like a workshop. It's not my garage. My garage would look like basically I've been robbed. What Loco route is this? This is a Class 86 in intercity livery on the West Coast Main Line over Shap route. Another piece of Keith Ross amazingness.
There you go, look at that.
Change the green screen to full-on pink. Well, then my headphones stand out. Could have had a train workshop. Ah, come on, it was a quick 5-minute Google. You lot too fussy. I'm going to change it back to a train cab now because the joke's done. Right.
There you go, I think it's 47. Yes, 47. There you go.
Right, you guys have to work out what my train background, what cab I'm in.
And I'm not going to guess because I'll probably get it right.
Let's go with that one. The 89 stream where you accidentally made the sky bright pink. Yeah, it was awesome.
So, love the coaches have got that
book
hum.
ages ago. Go on, sorry.
I said I love that the coaches have got that hum when when you're at higher speeds. You know.
Someone said, is it a DMU? It is a DMU, James. When was this route released? A long time ago, JX32. A very long time ago. I don't remember exactly. It's a British DMU. Okay, I'm going to stop giving you all hints now. Figure it out.
British DMU.
I mean, looking at it, it's not particularly identifying, so...
No, I'm just looking at the curve. I'm just looking at the curves like that, and I'm just going,
No, you're all wrong. Narrows it down to everything modern. There you go.
Yeah.
What we got? 47.
On intercity on blue and greys.
Mark 2As. My background is not the 395 because that is not a DMU. 395 is an EMU.
Yeah. Another 158.
British train boy. God, I give them clues and they're just not even listening to the clues. I can tell you that you're on a voyage to nowhere and you still wouldn't get it.
Oh, I know what it is. I'm not gonna say I know what it is, but I know what it is. Now they get it. Oh.
Finally. I'm gonna write it in big letters on the screen next time.
Yeah. It's just like the way we were trying to get the sound working this last time. You put in those massive great words.
Well done to Derek, who was the first one to actually say. Contemplating getting a 3070 today to replace your 1070. I have no idea whether that's a good move for you or not, to be honest, depending on what else you're doing and whether your CPU balance is up with it or anything. Better off, maybe post the rest of your system specs and the chat can mull it over for you and see how they think it balances. Also, what you're doing, what problems are you having with it, is because throwing a massive graphics card isn't necessarily going to give you the frame rates you're thinking of. TS1 specifically really likes CPU. Extra GPU certainly doesn't hurt, but a 1070 is no slouch. I used to run it on a 980 Ti, which is only marginally better than I think a 1070 is. And I thought it ran beautifully, to be honest. The only reason I've got the 2070 now is because, the 2080, sorry, is because a good offer came up, so I nabbed it.
Got 9 miles to go.
Golden Rail, no, I've still not had a chance to drive Searchlight's AC4400. I really don't get a lot of chance to drive TS1. It's one of the reasons I like these streams, because I get to, well, these days I get to sit back and watch Damien play it, but that's fine too. No, on my laptop, TS1's, I had to remove it because it just wasn't working, but it still works fine on my desktop. I quite enjoyed the Dresden run the other day. Really nice run to route that. We were trying to do better at Dresden tonight, but the one workshop scenario one there was slightly odd in that it was a freight loco hauling double stocks, which seemed a bit odd to me.
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully there'll be some more Dresden ones, hopefully that'll be good. See what people make.
How is that new CSX scenario pack, Baked Bean Kid? That's the new one from High Iron, I presume. Is that for Clenchfield? Or is that for his route, actually? Hanover, is it, or something? That's another really good route. Oh!
Oh, look. That looks good.
You wanted to get another background? Alright then. Let me find another background. I've got loads of them, because I used to go through taking tons and tons and tons of screenshots. I'll let you figure out what it is. Again, it's not a particularly great shot, so...
I noticed I noticed Laserjet has said, have we got railway themed calendars? Or what is February?
I don't have a calendar. Other than the one that pops up on Windows when I click the date.
I have got a railway themed calendar, and currently it has got a Pug and a Class 23 tank engine on it. Which looks
Nice.
awesome.
It's American. It's an American locomotive.
That's me out.
And rolling hills and countryside. It's a really lovely drive from A to B. Oh, look at that. Complete with the sun in the background.
Look at that. Gorgeous.
It's no use quoting TSW locos because I don't actually have any backgrounds in-caps captured from TSW. I don't quite know why. I probably should do, but I don't. So these are all my TS1 library of locos. Damien gets the points. Damien gets the points. It is indeed an ACS 64. Trainboy said that first. Alright, I'm fine. Trainboy gets the points. I don't know. Someone gets the points. Are the points really that important? JP says, Jamie, is it an LMY class 21 or a BR class B7 Pug?
Well, the photograph is 51241. So
that one.
it's that one. It's in BR, so I'd imagine it's the BR one.
You want me to do one more cab? I'll do one more cab. This time, let's go for... a German locomotive.
Oh.
This one actually kind of gives itself away if you know it. Here you go, Trainboy. Derek got it first.
Yeah, I thought it would be. I saw it and I was like, yeah.
Vast quantities of wood in the cab kind of give that one away. It is indeed a BR155. Uh, 143 looks different. I'll show you what 143 looks like. Let me show you 143. Where's 143? I need to expand on this collection.
You do.
More. There you go. Yeah. That's the 143. Oh, that's super high definition. The sky's getting very pink. I'm loving it.
It is. Look at that. Look how pink it is.
It's fantastic.
It's like not Silent thought exactly who the scenario was meant for.
Well, you know, I used to play a lot of his stuff on streams. Chris, if you're making more rock buns, make sure you share.
Yeah.
I expect a care package. Will we get an expansion on the southeastern high speed? It's nothing planned at the moment, Liam. What will happen in the future, who knows? But there's nothing there at the minute.
Just another pacer sitting in the platform as well. Where is it? There it is.
Oh, look at that! Oh, we're just driving at Oxenholme.
Yeah.
So this route includes the branch over, or at least either it's in this route or it's in the workshop. There's a workshop update, I think, which gives you the was it Windermere branch?
Oh, could be, yeah.
Any plans for this route to come on the Xbox One? There's no plans to make this in TSW, no.
And we're
Oh, the
here.
track is in, but the workshop version hasn't seen you. There you go. Yeah, that's the Windermere branch over on the other side there. What would you guys spend £1 million on? I'd fix my car, pay off my mortgage, put money aside for my kids to go to university, and then throw the rest at charity. Who wants £1 million? Quite happy the way I am, thank you.
There we go. I hope you enjoyed this awesome
Lovely.
evening trip. There you go.
This was not silent scenarios, was it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Very good, very good.
So I will just put it on this for a short second while I go and get the other one ready. So this was N2, not solid, N.2 512, West Coast Mainline over Shap, Class 86, Preston to Oxenholme. So let's get me next one ready, which is this one. Yes, that's the one. That is the one.
Oh, Hidaka.
Yes, Hidaka.
Mrs. Matt would definitely get upset if I painted the cars pink. She's already told me this very clearly. The language she used was quite plain.
Well, we were talking about pugs earlier. I have got a pug that's sitting up here. Look, there you go. There's a pug. Airfix pug.
Nice.
Let's put him back up there. Oh. Right, good morning, driver, and welcome to Tamakau? Yeah, I'm going to get this wrong. Before you get going, you will need to set up the 1:30, then open the doors for the passengers. Departure time is scheduled for 10:20. This is good because it's got gears, so this is quite fun.
I love the little Japanese bubble cars. If anyone remembers MSTS and the good old Kia. Well, this is a Kia unit. Kia, I think Kia actually just means like train. I think.
Yeah.
But the Kia 31 that was in MSTS. This gives me the memories of the of that, which is quite fun. So yeah, it's good to have these little Japanese trains in the game.
Right, so put it into lower gear.
The train is old, Manuel, but the train, as in the real train is old, but the model is relatively recent. If you look up the Hidaka mainline on Steam.
There we go.
It's just like a class 121. Yeah, it's a bubble car.
There you go.
It's a diesel bubble car.
There we go.
Baked Bean Kid loves the bing bongs, though. What do you mean he's muted the stream? He muted it ages ago. That's just because of my voice. Japan is mitigate, I believe so, yes.
Right away, driver. We're cleared to proceed. There we go. I'm not going to pronounce all the names because I'm going to get it wrong.
I like the name Yofutsu.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but it just...
And we're off.
Did Matt say something? I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. Cheers, guys! Looks more like a Japanese 153. Well, yeah, it's a bobble car, so it's kind of the same stuff. 153 and a 121 are all basically the same, aren't they? Oh, I'm gonna get shot. Stop
No.
in public.
153 is Super Sprinter, and then 121's a like 101 type deal, you know.
Well, one's a first gen, one's a second.
Second gen, basically. Yeah.
I was asking the question somewhat with my tongue in my cheek. One of them is geared. I think the 153 is probably hydraulic as well.
Yeah. And the great thing about this, I'm gonna get the camera right. Look at the fans.
That's where the action really is happening.
Yeah. Look at that. Spinning fans.
One-to-ones are kind of like trams, Gavin. You might be pushing the joke a bit too far, but I'm going to go with it. I'm prepared to go with it. They're almost the same as a bubble tram on the Blackwall, aren't they? One might almost say they're like buses.
Mm. It's alright, our stats are not our signal, so we're okay.
Someone's asking about the next streams. So Thursdays is the BR Class 60 with Jamie and Sam, and Friday is Munich Augsburg Challenge with Natalie.
Yeah, there we go. See if she can beat me. Do you think you'll be able to beat me, Matt?
I have no idea. I think I'll either do quite well or absolutely fail it spectacularly. Strange location for some BR294s.
That was what I was just going to think. I thought, hang on a minute, they're German.
You'll probably find they look remarkable, like those wagons. I'm sure I've seen wagons that look like that in Japan as well.
Oh, yeah.
You find that there's a lot of commonality there. Backlund, very good, thank you.
I think I've got green. Yeah, I've got green.
What time is Munich Augsburg Challenge? Be on the usual 8 o'clock tee Friday on Friday.
Yeah.
With Natalie. Oh, I wouldn't bank on it, Backlund. Jamie and Nat have been really fired up about this challenge. You know, with Sam winning twice now, you haven't heard the ranting and raving that's been going on. You heard, like how angry they were with me that I had to disqualify myself. I mean, they were furious. It was. I blushed, put it that way, you know, with the language that was thrown in my direction. It was. Zoomed in like that, it looks kind of silly actually, but
It does, doesn't it? Look at it. Just
So yeah, there's a lot of fighting spirit coming from Jamie and Natalie. Do not write them out. Jamie is currently #1 on the leaderboard,
yeah,
ahead of Sam. So, which has somewhat taken the pressure off. However, Natalie has a new goal that she would like to see Sam at the bottom of the scoreboard. There's a degree of unprecedented meanness from these two. The fighting competitive spirit is really amusing. It seems to bring out, you know, the best or the worst, depending on how you look at it in people. I found it endlessly amusing. And yeah, when they were angry with me, they were also taking the mickey out of me considerably, all three of them.
oh dear. No, but the last challenge was good, I must admit.
They've all been good, to be honest.
Yeah.
The challenge adds a really interesting aspect to it, and just like anything, you know, the banter is all good fun. It's all good spirited, you know. We all actually wish each other the best.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's Yeah, it's all really, really. It is good fun. It adds a really interesting dimension to it. Do I think I'll win? I don't know, Mike. Like I said, I think I'll either do quite well. I don't know if I'll win. I think I'll either do quite well because I've got a reasonable knowledge of PZB, but that doesn't mean a reasonable knowledge of PZB is great. It only takes one mess up and you've damaged your score and you probably won't recover it. So it's bit of performance anxiety and I'll be done for.
I mean, when you zoom in, it does, as you said, it does look
It's
a
a
bit.
little bit short. That was your own doing, playing on a dev build. Well, you see, I'd been doing the demo for Southeastern High Speed, so I had to be on a dev build. What I didn't realise, and it takes about an hour to switch from dev build to release build. What I didn't realise was that there was other changes on a dev build for the first time in months and months and months that were going to affect me. So
Yeah.
never mind.
Never mind, it's been done. Thank you, MLHST. Thank you. I must admit, I did have a good run that one.
Oh, what's that one then? Okay, you wanted another background. Try and tell me what that one is. I'm not even going to give you any clues this time.
Oh, I don't even know where that one. I'm stumped.
Oh, it's quite recognisable for those that recognise it. That's really, really strange tautology. That's quite recognisable for people that know the general area, I think.
Right. It's a lovely route, this.
This route, its accurate is very, very nice. Once again, this is not a cab from a TSW train, it's a cab from a TS1 train. So your variety of trains to pick from is significantly bigger than just the ones in TSW. Sorry. What countries are from? Okay, I'll give you the country. It's American. Not giving you any more other tips, though. Oh, train boy, train boy. Train boy got it.
He got it again!
ALP 45. Reasonably recognisable because there's big red switches over on this side here. As soon as I give you all a hint, that's it. Boom, that's it. You got it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop giving you hints. Reminds you of a lunchbox. Really? Chris, we need to talk about your lunchboxes, right?
Yeah, but does your lunchbox have fans that do that? I mean, that's pretty cool.
Be like a self-mixing lunchbox.
It would, yes it would. Does look good when you do that, look at that. It's pretty good.
One of the things I like about the, because there's a uni workshop I think that built this route, and it's a fairly standard, consistent art style with like the grass and the way that, because they did Story of Forest Rail, the Wakayama Sakurai line, Hidaka main line, and and they've all got a really unique styling to them, which is always really nice. Oh, let's find another background then.
Yeah, this is basically the Japanese 153.
English.
I'm not going to say it. I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to say it.
Didn't Story of Forest Rail include a train that was literally a Ford Transit minibus on train wheels? Yeah, it did. I don't know if it was literally a Ford Transit minibus, but it was very similar to. Oh god, here comes the spam. None of those. Yep, British teabag got it. 378. All orange on it, come on. It's clearly a loo roll train. Electrostar. Come on. Come on. Electrostar. That's like saying, is it a train? It covers so many different trains.
Can you imagine, like, standing here at the platform, you'd never been here before, and you're thinking, oh, this looks like an interesting train, and then it turns up and you're like, oh my word, it's a 153.
One carriage.
Yeah.
One carriage. That's what you read. This is the West Coast main line of Japan, and there's 6,000 people standing on the platform. They're like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Not as if it was planned, look.
Oh, you're clearly getting too practiced at this. I often think that the London Underground would work smoother if the platform attendants were allowed broomsticks. Push people on the train.
Yeah, just get on there. Come on, get on there.
And all those people that stand in the doors saying, I'm just waiting for my mate. Push. Railways run perfectly to time. It's passengers that cause the problems.
Yeah.
You know, accepting points, signals, track, and all, you know, train failures and all of those things, which, you know, we'll not worry about for right now when we're talking about passengers. Darn it! They should use this logo for Brighton away games, but it'd be still only half full. Ouch! Enter the Dragon. This route probably has about 20 passengers a day in real life. It's only one train every 2 hours. There you go. Little branch line. A branch line like this, you wouldn't expect it to be too busy.
It is a lovely route. It's really well detailed. Just look at it. It's gorgeous.
Mm. Milk floats still exist, Liam. What are you talking about? Yeah, they got coffee cups and all sorts of things. There's one of the things that was added, I think, for TS 2014 was a bunch of extra animations for passengers. So coffee cups and
Ooh, coast.
cell phones and things. Look at that. Complete with a boot.
Yeah.
Jack, my echo is working fine, thank you. You're not tricking me.
Oh, I like my speed. It's alright, I've brought my speed down. I must admit, this is a very relaxing route.
Do I know the difference between a boat and a ship? Not the technical difference, no. It's probably got to do with how it's powered or whether it has a captain or something daft.
I wouldn't know the difference either.
Is the ship made out of assets? It'll be a single thing almost certainly. It may even only be a 2D image at that distance. That may not even be a 3D model.
Could go and have a look.
It's kind of a look. It is a 3D model.
With the reflection.
Quite a detailed one at that.
There we go.
They said, Jack, this is the Hidaka main line. Should have done that pink boat. I know. I know. A ship can pick up and carry a boat. A boat cannot pick up and carry a ship. There you go.
We've got a harbour over there.
It's a container ship. There you go. Oh, we've got another container ship over there at the harbour.
There we go. Waves and all.
Working level crossing gates.
Here we go.
I'm going to Google it now.
What are you Googling?
Difference between a boat and a ship.
What class was this again?
I don't know. There you go. Basically, a ship can carry a boat, but a boat cannot carry a ship. There you go. With regards to motorized craft, a ship is a large vessel intended for ocean-going or at least deep-water transport, and a boat is anything else. Where do sick boats go? To the dock. Oh yes, I like it, Liam. It's a Kia 130, this train. There you go.
Kia
Why
130.
does Jamie drive with the F4 HUD? So that people can see what he's doing when he's driving the train. Not everybody who is watching the stream is as intimately familiar with as the game as some of you are. So when we get asked, you know, how are you driving these trains? So having the F4 HUD open means that you can see. Does this train have a safety system? It's got the bing bongs, what we call the bing bongs. So as you're approaching, when you get to a yellow light before, and you're approaching a red light, then it'll start doing bing bong, bing bong, bing bong until you stop. Which is, you know, pleasing to the ear and great fun, and everyone loves it.
There we go. Right, I found out some information about the locos, or the unit, should I say. They were in service from 1988 to 2001 and constructed between 1988 and 1989. Scrapped between 2002 and 2009. There was only ever 11 built. Only 11. They have a capacity of 100 passengers. Yeah, and have a
Intimate
top
room only.
yeah, and they have a top speed of 59 miles an hour.
You imagine 100 people on here at 59 miles an hour. You'd need trauma counselling afterwards.
I mean, it's just let me go and get this shot. You imagine 100 people on there.
You get one bump, and all the people standing up in the middle that have their head chewed off by the fans.
Yeah.
Well, at least they get a free haircut anyway.
Well, no, reflection. Yes, I've got a station, don't worry, we'll stop. Plenty of time.
Good piece of trivia is that they replaced the Kia 48 and that they were later on replaced by this same train. Will TSW2 ever released on Nintendo Switch? Didn't you ask that yesterday, Liam, or was that somebody else? No plans, no. No cab door, no. Jamie, if you look to the right, you can see that basically it's like a bus, in that the driver can just get out and use the front door.
Yeah, I'll have a look around the cab when I've opened the doors. I'll show you again. Stopped a little bit early there.
Thelonious wants the Atari 800 version again. Would that be with or without the player missile graphics, Thelonious? Atari 800's rock. Can I just say that? Had an Atari 800 when I was young, well, my parents did. Where I first learned to program BASIC.
So you can see this is the door open, so this is where the cab is, and there's like this in between, which I imagine
ticket
is...
machine.
Ticket machine. There you go. And that is literally it. So it is basically a bus on rail wheels. And that looks like it's a brake van or a coach on. That's been...
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, if it works.
Yep.
Yeah, the ticket machine probably does pivot, yeah. And now I've got Ross manoeuvring couches in my head. Thanks.
Put it into second gear.
I just love the scenery. Union Workshop does such a good job on the scenery.
Yeah.
It's so lush.
Did you look at it from, like, you know, you come over here and you can just be like, there you go. Yeah,
we
we
getting
should...
requests for some horn.
Well, it has. It seems like it's got more of a whistle. There we go.
It's not a horn or a whistle, it's a cat. Who put Moggy on the horn?
It's more like a cat.
You press the button and get Moggy going.
Well, it does. That is literally what it sounds like.
It's not quite as bad as the shriek on one of the Swiss trains. Then.
Oh, don't do. They're great. I do like the shrill whistles. The Swiss. At least you can hear them coming, I suppose.
Well, there is that. There is that. You have a question. When you play train sim free run for New Jersey Transit in America, the only locomotive you can place down is the ALB. Yes, you need to go and enable other packs, essentially, 3-cat railfan. So the best thing to do there is actually on my YouTube channel. There's other people probably as well, but I know on my YouTube channel I did a tutorial for making free roam scenarios, and one of the things I specifically cover is how you get to the area where you unlock other. It's in the object filter, but how you get to it, and then how you tick on all the other ones that you want to do. So yeah, if you go and have a dig around for some train simulator free roam scenario tutorials, I don't know if one of the mods can find a link to it, but that will show you. Yeah, that'll be it. But that's the thing you're missing is the object set filter. Turnip Gaming, is this a diesel hydraulic or a diesel mechanical? It's got gears, so I'm tending towards diesel mechanical, but I don't actually know.
Something I can't find out. Let me give me a couple of minutes. If I can find out. No, I don't think I can find out whether it's diesel mechanical or hydraulic.
You watched it today, Artful? Nice. It'll probably be air brakes, Jack. My YouTube name. Just look up. I think one of the moderators can ping you a private message, Jake. I'm not hard to find if you just search for my name, to be honest. When you're building a scenario, if you test but forget to rewind the test before saving, is it recoverable? Yeah, I never use that function ever, Paul. Ever. I just don't trust it. I've caused myself so many problems using that test function that I never ever use it now. The switch on the HUD left of the throttle is gears, train fans, the gear selector.
This one here, there you go.
Yeah.
That's your gears. So we'll go into lower, and then you get to 29, and then you put it into higher, and there's neutral.
Remind me what train this is, a Kia something or other.
Kia 130.
Kia 130, there you go, train boy.
So you see I've got it into lower.
See you later, ladies and gents. Will the London Overground ever get added to TSW2? Never say never, anything's possible. But there's no plans at the moment.
No, here, cuckoo in this now. So hit 29, bring it up to higher, and there we go. Let's speed up.
Train fan, when you put route suggestions, I'm sure a moderator's got a link for just that that question.
Yeah.
Makawa is next. No, K-I-H-A, Liam, not Kia as in the car. K-I-H-A, which I believe is Japanese for train or class or something like that. Jack, you've already done all the new 66 services, and which one was your favourite? Did you have a favourite? What is this route in Loco? This is the Hidaka main line, Reese, by Union Workshop, I believe, and it is the Kia 130, which comes with it.
Oh, here we go, I'm speeding again. And actually, I'll show you the full route map, as we've got. So that's the full route map. So we are going to here, and we are currently nearly there. So.
Sunset, are you bringing a West Coast main line to Train Sim World 2? Again, it's not on the immediate roadmap, so never say never, but there's nothing there at the minute. Anything is possible, but if it's not on the roadmap, we're not making it. I know everyone hates to say that, but I'm not sure what else to tell you. Apparently some train manufacturers are starting to put a 6-speed automatic gearbox from a bus into their diesel commuter trains. Well, actually, the UK Class 172 is a 6-speed automatic gearbox. Because even though it looks a lot like a 170 and hence the 171, which are diesel hydraulic trains, actually the 172 is a diesel mechanical automatic 6-speed gearbox. So it's quite different. But yeah, that's one example where they've done that already. I don't know if it's from a bus, but I imagine it's a brand new one.
Yeah. I think I'd be pretty worried if they got a bus.
Second-hand bus gearbox in their brand new train.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Stay positive. Watch train videos.
Yeah.
It's the general rule for life and happiness. In Aramat, this is Japan. Yes, it is Hidaka Main Line. Doesn't the 195 have a gearbox? Possibly, I don't know. Jack, I've not really. The 172 is just the only one that I knew off the top of my head. A lot of Cummins engines were used in trains. Yeah, the Sprinters. Some of the Sprinters use Cummins engines. I think some of the Pacers might have. But yeah, Cummins made train engines for rail cars. DMUs and the like.
No, coming in.
Again, I doubt they're bus engines, but they're similar classes, similar types of engines, modified specifically for trains, I dare say. No one's guessed my cab changed then. I put a new cab up earlier on. This is the thing, if I don't tell you what it is, then you got no hope. Can you guess it before we get to the station? Yeah, it's a UK passenger train.
We're literally there. I'll crawl in.
It's quite a nicely modelled station, that.
It is, isn't it?
Little monument at the back there by the looks of it. Oh, that or a toilet, I don't know.
Could be anything.
Derek reckons 465. I'm going to allow it because it's a 466.
And also the interesting thing is, look at the waiting room. Look at this. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I think it's got
Should we have a look at the monument?
Yes, let's have a look at the monument.
Very nice. Look, quite a nicely modelled area.
It is, isn't it? Another unit waiting there. There we go.
There is more space in the waiting room than in the train. You do have to wonder why you would have a waiting room bigger than the train. That's just setting everybody up for disappointment.
It's just like, oh yeah, you just sit there and you're like, oh lovely, you're gonna have a nice big train, and then this turns up, you go, ah.
Everybody breathe in.
Yeah. I know.
I bet you wish you hadn't picked some of those snacks up now.
Yep. So there we go.
Right.
And that is it.
Who's that scenario by?
That is by. Hang on a second. Let me just do this a second so I can just double check. It is. It is. The train spotter from Taranga's workshop. Yeah. A mouthful. It's a mouthful.
Taranga. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's Workshop Wednesday stream, everybody. Don't forget to pop back in for tomorrow's stream with Sam and Jamie.
Yep.
Looking at the Class 60.
Yep.
Which I'm certainly hyped to see.
Yeah. Really
and then on Friday, it's Natalie's shot for victory.
Yeah.
In the great challenge on Munich Augsburg. So join us again, and we'll catch you on another stream. Thanks very much, everyone.
Yeah. See you later. Take care. Bye. Bye.